end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 27, Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Carr to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Counter play with Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr now to throw. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. First down, here's Mitchell. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
49ers 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
From the 27, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice game.
A give running right is Mitchell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by Gold is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're acting really well.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Raiders at 11-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. In motion left comes Williams. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr. And it's complete to Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
To throw his Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Darrell Williams, right tackle, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps that are across the middle. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 13. Now Garoppolo. Man open, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there when their back's against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down at 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Michael Davis. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
I got you. 11.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And the grab by Croft. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
1st down, 49ers.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Gain of 19 yards.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They're leading the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they will take a knee here. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open?